What if I told you everything you've been taught about discipline is wrong? What if the struggle, the pain, the constant battle against your own urges, what if that was never the point? We're told discipline is about being tough, about having unbreakable willpower. We see people grind themselves into dust, fueled by a no pain, no gain mentality. But that's not discipline. That's ego, and it's the fastest path to burnout. True discipline isn't a personality trait you're born with. It's not a magical well of motivation that some people have and others don't. Discipline is a system. It's an environment you consciously design to make success not just possible, but inevitable. It's about engineering your life so that doing the right thing is easier than doing the wrong thing. Let's get one thing straight. Willpower is a lie. Think of willpower and motivation as tiny, unreliable batteries. They start the day with a bit of charge, but every decision you make, every temptation you resist, drains them. The moment you find yourself relying on sheer willpower to get through the day, you've already lost the battle. Why? Because that battery will run out. It always does. The only reliable source of power, the only thing that works day in and day out, is structure. So, how do we build this structure? How do we create a system for discipline that actually works? I'm going to share 6 strategies that will shift you from relying on fleeting feelings to building a bulletproof system. This isn't about suffering, it's about being smart. The first strategy is to engineer your plan. Stop wishing for change and start designing it. Wishing is passive, designing is active. Take out your calendar right now, not later, right now, and block out non-negotiable time. This isn't time to work out or time to eat healthy. This is time to design my success system. Use this time to analyze your life, identify your goals, and map out the exact steps you need to take. The simple act of writing a plan down creates a blueprint for your brain. It transforms a vague desire into a concrete set of instructions. When the plan is written, the debate is over. You don't ask yourself if you'll do it. You just look at the schedule and execute. Next, and this one is crucial, you have to extract the toxic friction from your environment. Be ruthless, become a detective in your own life, and identify every single point of resistance that makes laziness easy and discipline hard. Ask yourself this question: what must I eliminate to make discipline the path of least resistance? Is it the junk food in your pantry? Get rid of it. All of it. Don't buy it in the first place. Is it the social media apps on your phone that suck you into a black hole of mindless scrolling? Delete them, or at the very least, move them off your home screen and bury them in a folder. Is it the friends who constantly encourage your worst habits? You need to seriously reevaluate those relationships and create distance. Your environment should be a launchpad for your success, not an obstacle course designed to make you fail. You are redesigning your world to do the heavy lifting for you. Once you've removed the negative, you must apply strategy number 3. Substitute with powerful alternatives. The mind hates a vacuum. If you just try to stop doing something, your brain will scream to fill that void, usually with the very habit you're trying to break. The key isn't just resistance, it's replacement. You need to swap the bad habit with something better, or even just something neutral. Here's how it works. You decide ahead of time. If you're going out to eat and know you'll be tempted by the burger and fries, look at the menu online before you even leave the house. Choose the grilled chicken salad. Make that decision once and stick to it. You've removed the in-the-moment temptation. Or use simple substitution. If you always reach for candy at 3 p.m., fill that drawer with something else. It could be sugar-free gum, mints, a handful of almonds, or a bottle of sparkling water. You're not fighting the urge for a snack, you're redirecting it. You're replacing a destructive behavior with a neutral or even a positive one. This is how you outsmart your own brain. Now let's talk about efficiency with strategy number 4. Master the 110 rule. This is a game changer. The goal is to make one strategic decision today that eliminates 10 unnecessary decisions tomorrow, or next week, or even next month. We all suffer from something called decision fatigue. The more choices we have to make throughout the day, the worse our judgment becomes. The 110 rule is your weapon against this. For example, instead of waking up every morning and wondering, what should I wear? Take an hour on Sunday and plan your outfits for the entire week. Instead of asking, "What's for dinner?" every night, spend that same Sunday planning and prepping your meals for the week. This one decision to plan ahead saves you from dozens of smaller, draining decisions later. When the time comes to act, you don't debate, you don't weigh options, you don't consult your fleeting feelings, you execute the plan. True freedom isn't having unlimited choices, it's having a structure that frees up your mental energy for the things that truly matter. Freedom is found in following your plan, not your feelings. Strategy number 5 might sound counterintuitive, but it's one of the most powerful. Lower the bar to zero tolerance. What does that mean? It means if your new routine feels painful, exhausting, or overly ambitious, you're doing it wrong. That's your ego talking, trying to prove how tough you are. And your brain will quickly associate this new habit with punishment, leading to avoidance and failure. So, lower the bar. Lower it so ridiculously low that skipping is harder than just doing it. Want to start meditating? Don't aim for 30 minutes. Aim for 1 minute. Just one. Want to start a running habit? Don't plan a 5K. Just put on your running shoes and walk out the door. That's it. That's the win for the day. You are building momentum. You are stacking small, effortless wins that create a positive feedback loop. This tells your brain, hey, this is easy. I can do this. You are not the judge of your own behavior, criticizing every misstep. You are the scientist of your own behavior, observing, tweaking, and finding what works. Start so small that it feels laughable, and build from there. Finally, we have strategy number 6. Commit to gradual replacement. Get this into your head right now. Perfection is a failure mechanism. The all-or-nothing mindset is a trap. If you try to go from 0 to 100 overnight, you will crash and burn. True, lasting discipline is about taking one small step toward the next better alternative, not chasing the perfect one. It's about evolution, not revolution. Let's say you have a habit of eating a massive ice cream sundae every night. The perfectionist approach is to say, no more ice cream ever. That will last about 2 days. The smart, disciplined approach is gradual replacement. This week, instead of a sundae with all the toppings, just have a plain scoop of ice cream. Next week, have half a scoop. The week after that, maybe you replace it with Greek yogurt and berries. You swap your habits out in stages. Each step is small, manageable, and sustainable. Small, consistent steps in the right direction create massive, unstoppable changes over time. Your ideal routine should be boring. Yes, you heard me, boring. Excitement is for amateurs. Excitement is unsustainable. Boring is what scales. Boring is what works. When your healthy habits are so ingrained that you don't even think about them, that's when you've won. When you prioritize the structure you've built over how you feel in the moment, you build something incredible. Self-trust. You prove to yourself, day after day, that you are a person who follows through, and you become closer and closer to the person you were always meant to be. Thank you so much for joining me today to uncover the real meaning of discipline. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on building a life by design, not by default. I'd love to hear in the comments which of these strategies you're going to implement first. Let's build our systems together. See you in the next video.